Hi again, we are doing another Wainwright today, obviously. Today we are doing Dodd, and we are parked just before Dodwood car park. There's a big lay-by at the start of the walk. Holds probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 cars, and you can start the walk directly from the car park, and it goes up in this direction, so that's what we're going to do. I'll put the coordinates on the video now. So there's quite a lot of different ways of getting up to this summit, and we're going to try and make a circular tour of it. So I think the route up is going to probably be the most direct route, following the green trail, the summit route, and then we'll come back via the viewpoints at the famous bench. Probably have lunch there, seen that on a few videos as well. So the first part takes us just past where the car park is. It is incredibly well signposted. We're following the green Dodd Summit Trail. So we're meant to be going up to the left, Dodd Summit Trail, but there's an Osprey viewpoint this way, so we're going to go and check that out since we've got a bit of time. You can see Bassenthwaite Lake through the trees down there, and just in front of us here is the Osprey viewing point. It's very peaceful. That's the view from the Osprey viewing point. Time to get back on track. So we're going to take this first right-hand turn, and that'll get us back to the footpath that we left a little bit earlier. A little detour to get us back onto our original path. So this walk doesn't really get much easier than this, really. Bit of downhill, break it up. We're continuing on the green route, and there is an upper Osprey viewing point just off to the right of this path. You have to come back on yourself a little bit, but we've got the time today, so we're going to have a look and see if we can see anything from there. Just being treated to this view. The summit of Dodd is up there on the left. That's the path up. But we are going to go straight on and try and find this upper Osprey viewing point, which is up here, and then you have to come back on yourself on the right hand side. So this is the view you get when you get to the upper Osprey viewing point. No Osprey, unfortunately, but you can see Derwent Water in the background there. Beautiful view of the fells on the far side, and then coming around you can see Bassenthwaite Lake. So our next little bit involves going up this little tiny track, which is very easy to miss. It's a bit of interest to the walk. You never know, we might see some deer. As you can see, this path continues to be narrow, a little bit steeper, a few brambles, a bit more interesting, but no views. So probably best just to stick to the main path, I would have thought. Coming out of the woods now, another green arrow, but that's the way down. We want to go right and carry on heading up. This is probably the first time that we've had quite a sustained period of going uphill. And on a day like this, you sweat almost straight away. kind of expecting the views to be non-existent for the whole walk like it is here. So it was quite pleasant earlier on to be able to see the lake. I think if you stick on the big paths, that's the way to do it really. So once again, I'm going to do a little detour here, not far, it's only maybe 10 metres or so, but the peak of Dodd is right, and then there's a viewpoint up here. Great view of Derwent. Last bit now. Next stop should be the summit of Dodd. So nearly all of the climbing occurs right at the end of the walk, the last third of the walk. The rest of it, although you climb, it's pretty steady, pretty easy. Then it just gets a bit steeper towards the end. First glimpse of the trig point at the top. It's just starting to rain. Oh, this view is going to be pretty spectacular. Here we are. Got my silly hat on now for the wind. What an amazing place to have lunch. See all the way around. Hardly seen anybody all day. And then when we got to the peak, it was like the middle of a city. Must have been about 30 people up here. Dogs and children and all sorts. It's good to see. Nice accessible path. So anyway, time to head back down now. We are going to take in a couple of viewpoints on the way down, which means going back on ourselves for a little bit and then taking a bit of a left in a circular tour. Here we go. This is that famous bench, I do believe. The view. Gosh, look over there. It's a bit of a scramble up to the top. Be a better view if those trees weren't there. That wasn't very thoughtful, was it? There's a nice gap there though. For about the last 5-10 minutes, the footpath has just been like this, and I think it probably is going to remain like this virtually back to the car. So unless anything changes, we'll not do any videoing specifically on the way down. So we just turned off the main path, and this is an option, and it goes down to the river. It's a little bridge, crosses the river and then goes down to the car, just to make things a little bit more interesting. So we're going to be on to another major path on the other side, tarmacked. Most of this part of the path has just been tarmac, a bit hard on the legs, but it'd be good if you want to bring a bike up here. I don't know if you're allowed to or not. I've seen 2 bikes. Surprising how few people we've seen today apart from on the peak. It's just been the time of year, I guess. Well, we're back. Better walk than I thought it was going to be, to be totally honest. I wasn't really looking forward to it being a walk through trees and probably no views, but some of the views were actually pretty spectacular. So definitely recommend the walk. It's pretty accessible to most people. Easy paths, easy foot, easy underfoot. So yeah, that was Dodd. Hope you enjoyed that, and see you at the next one.